This here is a MacBook Pro late 2008 15-inch. I recently upgraded it with an SSD and installed Mojave, and it runs extremely well for the age. It's got the Penryn Core 2 Duo P8600. I upgraded it even to the latest Mojave, and all the patches and everything works good. However, as this is an old MacBook Pro, they are known to run stupid hot. That is because the thermal paste has dried up over the years, and so even the simplest tasks are heating up the machine quite a bit. I've got here a little hardware monitor, and as you can see, currently it's doing absolutely nothing. It's running one window in Opera minimized, and apart from that, only the operating system, and it already runs at 47 degrees, which is okay-ish. When I installed the operating system, it in fact was spinning the fans at all 100% all the time, and it was exhausting a lot of heat. And right now it's playing back a 720p YouTube video, and you can see the temperature is steadily going up. 64, previously it was at 60, that's back to 63. But yeah, this is only playing back one YouTube video. Pretty bad. Let's launch some applications. And 70, 71, it's already going into red font here. 72 degrees. Yeah. For doing not a whole lot, it really takes a toll on the processor. Now the worst thing you can do to it is run a Prime 95 test. In this case it gets really hot very fast. We just started the test 3 seconds ago and it's already at 79. And I suppose it's not getting any better. Quite the opposite actually. 84. Holy crap! That's hot. 85. 86! CPU is overheating, yeah. 87, I think 90 degrees is its maximum, then it's throttling not to destroy itself. So as you can see, it definitely needs new thermal paste. I don't expect like a radical difference, but I at least want it to be somewhat at normal temperature when just browsing through the internet and sitting there at idling. I just want you to gaze at the ability to change out a battery in a MacBook this easily. Make sure that this is latched all the way up, and all you can do now is grab the battery and there it is! I wish it was that easy nowadays. So I already unscrewed these. There were some missing here, which is not good. But I think I have some replacement ones. And now we can continue disassembling the machine. Yes. There we go. Oh, same here. Mac memory. I didn't know this exists. What I could have put on here instead of the stupid Mac memory shit is they could just put on here the 4GB capacity and what type it is, but no, apparently it's more important to put in the Corsair and Mac memory stuff instead of just how much it really is. But we got here 2 4GB modules, which is pretty darn good, so I think it has been upgraded in the past. They got here this center aluminium thing, which acts as the latch mechanism. Interesting. Fans could be cleaner, for sure, so I will take them probably apart even further and just clean them thoroughly. We get the next fan coming off. Just really easy disassembly here. This one isn't so bad, but there's some stuff stuck to the heatsink which blocks air ventilation, so it's an old computer. You know, this stuff builds up over the years, so no surprises here. So I got the logic board out and was okay. Got a little bit of a fiddling to do when putting the MagSafe back in, but I mean, the machine has been tinkered with in the past. It's missing this little plate here. It's missing one screw, but it really isn't all that bad. I mean, I've seen worse. So here is the board, and I already see the heatsink, so there isn't really too much of disassembling required anymore. Only the heatsink and all the screws come out now. So here we go. The thermal paste, all nice and crispy as expected. And yeah, that is something we need to clean out and apply something new. So we got a new thermal paste installed. By the way, this machine has dual GPUs, one here and one here. That's a CPU and two GPUs. And yeah, I put new thermal paste on, and now we can screw the heatsink back down. And yes, I cleaned it, don't worry. Will not leave it a mess on there. Heatsink is screwed on. I gave it another clean here, and it wasn't even enough. Like, there was some real gunk sitting in these vents, so that also doesn't really help with cooling. But should be good now. And now I will put back everything in reverse, as iFixit always says. So yeah, let's put it back. So I put it back together all the way, which is a big mistake, as I've found out many times in the past. I always feel so confident that I did everything right. I put it all back together, and then it doesn't boot. But this time it's gonna boot. I also keep saying that all the time. Anyway, let's put the battery in. Let's lock it. Or I don't know if I have to put this panel thing back on first. Let's see. So let's see if it boots. I'm very curious if it boots. Alright, was worried for a second there because the optical drive didn't make its noise. But it's looking good. Yes, that's the shell, the hacked bootloader. If you've never seen that before, don't be afraid of this. This is good. This allows you to boot the unsupported operating system on your machine. And I'm very happy to see that also Catalina works the exact same way. So you can already use the macOS Catalina beta on your unsupported machine. So DOS-Dude1, he is just an absolute legend when it comes to these things. Okay, let's start with the test here. Now, I'm a little worried actually, because currently it's running at 60 degrees, which is a lot, if you ask me. Did it make it even worse? Well, that would really suck big time. Alright, so it isn't going over 70, which is good, but still 68 degrees. Alright, well, improved a little bit. And yeah, could be better though, if you ask me. Could be a lot better. Oh, it's so gonna hate me again for doing this. Orchard test. Run. Okay, 74. Well, it didn't go straight to 80. That's a mild improvement, guys. 74. Hey, 71. Well, if you ask me, that is definitely an improvement there. Well, still a little bit up steadily. Okay, 71, 74. Let's go to the activity monitor. See how the poor processor is slammed here. Yeah, okay, now it's reaching around, oh, it's below 80. Well, for that alone, I think it's totally, the upgrade is totally done the job. But I will try one more thing. So I'm trying one last thing to maybe get even better temperatures, and that is controlling the fan speeds of the machine myself, because it is no secret that Apple prefers quietness over performance, over cooling. And so I will, because right now it's set to automatic, I will set it to max RPM. I mean, it's a little overkill, but just try my best here to get performance. Hey, that's Frankfurt. I've been there recently. Well, from our test here, we run the fans at 6,200 RPM, which is insane. And it's loud. But did it improve cooling? Well, slightly. So YouTube, 67 degrees, little slightly better than before. Alright. Let's try the mighty Prime 95 again. And with the fans on full blast, let's see how it goes. $70. 70, guys. Insane. It's actually crazy what these fan controls can do to your temperatures. I mean, obviously 62 RPM is insane. Like, you wouldn't want to listen to this jet engine like sound all the time, but yeah, I mean, it truly does help. I mean, now I jumped to 74 apparently, but like what you've seen below, like almost maxing out the temperature at almost 90 degrees, I would say that's a big success. Now, one thing you can do is you can install this Max Fan Control program, and you can have the preset to automatic when you're not doing all that much, and when you want to have all the performance it can give you, like Final Cut work or something, put it to full blast. You listen to the annoying fans, but yeah, you are not losing any performance due to like it running hot. So as you saw, I ran the Cinebench again out of interest with the fan set to full blast with the new thermal paste, and it scored 261. And when I did it without the new thermal paste, with the dried up one and the automatic fan speed, it only scored 234. So as you can see, you can definitely improve stuff. So as you can see, it's totally worth it replacing that paste, but also setting the fans to max RPM at some point if you want the ultimate performance. So in general, I can say it's a pretty good idea to renew the thermal paste on such an old MacBook, but also to set the fan speed to full at some point to get the best out of the Mac, because they throttle a lot under load. So yeah, it was a big success. And yeah, that's a good idea to do. So the next thing will be the hard drive upgrade. So today we will continue working on the MacBook and its finishing upgrade. And first I will actually improve a little performance, just a little tweak. A lot of people don't know about it, but on old systems like this, it's a great idea to reduce the transparency. Alright, just something flew off the table there. Now why would you do this? Well, then these old GPUs and old CPUs don't have the burden of actually rendering all these see-through animations, which sure look cool. They look nice also here, but they drag down the performance. I did the same on my 2007 MacBook Pro. Now yeah, you might not notice a huge difference, but it's for sure a little helpful for these old systems. So you go in here into accessibility and you reduce the transparency, and now yeah, it's a little bit more black, and that's really all it does. But now you don't have fancy see-through stuff, which is a little easier on the system. Now that was only a little tweak. The more interesting upgrade we will do here is we will upgrade this with a second hard drive. The optical drive in this is shot. It has, well, hasn't been working since I owned this machine, so it's gonna get thrown out. This is the hard drive it came with, and it's a 1 terabyte hard drive, and on here is also El Cap, so in case something bricks the MacBook here in the Mojave, which, you know, after all, it's a patched installation, so it can happen. You can always go back in here, troubleshoot, or just have it as an emergency installation, but also have a huge, 1 terabyte disk for data. So we will use this hard drive caddy, which I bought for $6 off Amazon. Hopefully it isn't a total piece of junk, but I mean, there's not much to these things. Here you put in the hard drive and you slide it in. Now of course on a MacBook it doesn't work this way, it's a little harder, but for most laptops you slide out the optical drive, you put this in, and you're good. Here are the screws for it. So what we'll do is we will install the hard disk into this caddy first. They even gave you a little screwdriver, which is very nice of them. However, I'll use my own. They even have here a little manual how to do it. So it is screwed in, so now we can put it in the MacBook. First we'll shut it down, of course, and then we can go from there. This is supposed to be screwed in, but it's not, so somebody has already messed with it, which well, might be the problem why it was shaking so much, because it's just loose laid in there. I hope I don't damage it when I just rip it out, but I guess I'll just do it this way then. Oh, I see, one screw is screwed in. Alright, I've never done this before, can you tell? This screw here. Alright, so the guy secured it with one screw, so yeah, probably thought it was enough. This is another one. Stuck behind this little plate there. There we go. So that's the drive. Now what we need is this and this little thingy. I don't know if we can screw that even in the drive here. So that's in, and I also put it in the right direction. Now this little guy, just do that, yes, and now we can put it back in the MacBook and screw it down. Like a glove. Works good. Went in easier than out. So let's reattach this connector here before I forget it, and screw it in with the one screw he offered me. So I get another one here which could work. Either one of these two. Let's see. Yes. Way better already. Let's see if I can track down a second one of these. There it is. Nice little screw. Screw that down there. Because the hard drive, I don't want the hard drive to move around that much. So now there's no play anymore. That's good. Looks good. Looks very good. But we'll actually boot back into... Or you know what? We'll just test if it even boots. I mean, why should it not? But still. These things have surprised me many times, believe me. Yeah, I can hear it booting from the hard drive. Good. Awesome. Booted right up into El Capitan. There you go. Works very well. It's going to serial ATA. And there it is. 1 terabyte disk. Now what I'll do actually right now is I'll partition it into a data partition, because maybe, just maybe, the other account, the Mojave account, can't do it because of permission shit or so. So I'll just do it in here. Partition 2, okay, seems to be already partitioned. I will see. Yeah, partition 2, okay. A 99 gig partition for nothing. Who did that? Why would you do this? It's stupid. So we will name it data and we will give it 850 gigs. Or is it too much? Let's do 800. 100 gig. Mac partition. Let's give it 850. Yeah, because this Mac installation is only there for troubleshooting, and this partition too can just go. And yeah, we'll make it an even 950 then. 950 gig data partition. OS 10 extended. So as soon as I paused the clip, it of course was done. So worked out great. 950 gig data partition and 50 gig Mac partition. So let's reboot that thing. Reboot. And I fear that it's now set to the LCAP as a default boot drive, so we will see. But that's an easy fix as well. No, it actually goes right back to the EFI boot. And yeah, should be now booting Mojave. Excellent. Now let's see if Mojave likes the data partition or not. We'll see. It does. Hooray. Yeah, we can write to it. That's all I feared. And yeah, so here are all the partitions listed. Now this machine will not stay with me here, so I need to make it as user friendly as possible. So we'll call this Mojave. This is data. This is good, and this we'll call it El Capitan. El Capitan. All right. Do it right. Yes. Let's go back in disk utility. Mojave is an Apple file system volume. LCAP is just a macOS extended journal, 50 gig, and the data is 950 gig extended journal. Working out beautiful. Awesome. Just delete that folder here. Go back about this Mac. I'm glad it's fully updated, so I don't have to worry about the updates anymore. Yeah, so in case something is wrong, we can always boot into LCAP, use it, and troubleshoot, or just stay on Mojave if it works, which is the plan. So just see if we can check it here also. Yes, we can. So this is the perfect MacBook from 28. As good as it gets. I don't think you can get it even better. Maybe yes, with a crazy SSD swap, but it's really not necessary, I guess. Yeah, this is working good. We're gonna see if AirDrop works. I don't think it will work, but we will see. But yeah, this is everything. We fixed the heating issue. We fixed, well, we upgraded the drive. I upgraded RAM. Now I can go for sale and make somebody very happy. So thank you for watching, and see you later.